get started with our senior signing, the class of 2026, those that have contributed to the high school here and are indicating that they are going to go on with their academics and athletic careers at the next level. Some formality here is we have 13 seniors signing. This is the biggest class since I've been here. What we're going to do here is introduce everybody, give them a little bit of a highlight and an opportunity for a group photo. And then families, what we're going to do over here is we have a backdrop. We'll take this table, move it over there, and you'll have your opportunity for coaches, friends, family members, college coaches, all those things. So without further ado, let's start welcoming our 13 seniors. First up, we have Aaron Rangel Medina. He's headed to Northwestern College to study civil engineering and continue playing football. He was a 3-year varsity starter for us, highlighted by 6 pancake blocks, 0 sack pressures allowed, and helped break the school record for rushing yards in a game versus SC West in 2024. Aaron's advice to the underclassmen trying to play college athletics is to live by the quote, somewhere out there, he is out there training while I am not. And when we meet, he will win. Always take the opportunity to get better. Oh, and do the recruiting questionnaires. Ladies and gentlemen, Aaron. Our next senior is Luis Caballero. He is headed to Madelynn University. He's going to study physical education and continue his football career. Luis's favorite memory is scoring a touchdown in his final game. His advice to the underclassmen, whatever goal you're trying to reach, you'll achieve it one day. The goal is placed in your head for a reason. Never quit. Ladies and gentlemen, Luis. Our next senior headed to Madelynn University is Eric Moreno. He will be studying business and playing football. Of his favorite memories in football, his 3-touchdown game, as well as a pick 6, stand out the most. Eric's advice to the underclassmen, as he quoted, knock the heads off. Ladies and gentlemen, Eric. Our next senior, Jagger Sims. He is also headed to Madelynn University to study sports management and continue playing football. One of the most proud feats in high school is being part of the 1,000-pound club. Jagger's advice to the underclassmen, naturally, get in the weight room. Ladies and gentlemen, Jagger. Our next senior, Bailey Durant. She too is heading to Madelynn University to study elementary education while also looking to obtain endorsements in coaching and special education, as well as continue to play basketball. She's a 4-year varsity letter starter. She's in our 1,000-point club. She's a district champion. She made a state appearance, and she's 4-time RCC All-Conference. Bailey's advice to underclassmen, it's okay to have bad days. Just trust your capabilities and know your worth. Believe in God and yourself and don't let others bring you down. Ladies and gentlemen, Bailey. Next, we're headed to Bellevue University, Melchi Munzambi. At Bellevue University, he'll be there to study computer science and finance and continue his cross-country and track and field career. He's a 5-time state qualifier, earned all-conference, as well as the team earned conference champions and state qualifier. Melchi's advice to the underclassmen, be grateful for every opportunity to compete because you never know when your last race or game might be. Ladies and gentlemen, Melchi. Next up, also attending Bellevue University, Yahir Mahia. While at Bellevue University, he plans to study sports psychology and continue his cross-country and track and field career. He went to state 2 times in cross country. Also, he was able to get a college scholarship and just running off of 1.5 years. Here's advice to the underclassmen. It's never too late to start to try something new. Always stay consistent and surround yourself with the right people to push you to the best. Ladies and gentlemen, Yahya. Also attending Bellevue University, next up, our senior, Luke McGinty. While he was there, he plans to study biology with the pre-dental track as he continues his cross-country and track and field career. An accomplishment that stands out for Luke is winning the 800-meter conference championship, most recently here at home. Luke's advice to underclassmen: don't let things from outside affect your responsibility. Become mentally strong. Ladies and gentlemen, Luke. Our next senior athlete is headed to Morningside University, Abigail Padilla. While she's there, she plans to study radiology and continue cheering. She's a varsity captain for 2 years in a row here. Abigail's advice to the underclassmen: enjoy every moment. It'll be over before you know it. Ladies and gentlemen, Abigail. Our next senior athlete, Christopher Padilla. Christopher plans to head to Northeast Community College in Norfolk. He plans to study architecture and continue playing soccer. When reflecting on his career, Christopher highlights his sophomore year when we only conceded 2 goals in the 11 games. He was a 4-year starter and was recognized as best 11 his junior year. Christopher's advice to the underclassmen: practice makes perfect. Ladies and gentlemen, Christopher. Next up, we have Victor Lemus. Victor is headed to Briarcliff University, where he plans to study accounting and continue playing soccer. When asked about his favorite memories, he had too many of his favorite memories to pick from, but his favorite game was against North, where we won 2-0, or as I like to say, 2-0. Victor's advice to the underclassmen: to work hard towards your goal, no matter what people think. Ladies and gentlemen, Victor. Our next senior athlete is Mr. Adrian Curio. He is headed to Iowa Western Community College to study business and continue wrestling. A 4-time state qualifier, a state medalist, amassed a career record of 157-33 and earned 100 career pins. Adrian's advice to the underclassmen: go to camps, tournaments, and the off-season to build friendships and memories. Ladies and gentlemen, Adrian. And our final senior athlete tonight, Madelynn Bohnet. Madelynn is headed to Southeast Community College to study secondary education and continue her wrestling career. She's a 3-sport state qualifier, school record holder in multiple wrestling categories, as well as the record for our school in pole vault and now RCC. She is a 2-time state champion and a 4-time state medalist. Madelynn's advice to the underclassmen: understand that sports aren't forever and that they shouldn't be what defines you. There is a healthy relationship between sports and your own life. Sports don't always need to be the priority. Ladies and gentlemen, Madelynn. What I'd like to do is not only give these kids their credit for what they put in here at the high school, but also a time for reflection and a little bit of a message as they head off to their college. But before I do that, I want any and all coaches, whether here or you were a youth coach, that supported any of these 13 individuals to please stand up to be recognized. Youth sports, high school sports, please stand up. Coaches that are here along the journey, let's give them a round of applause. And none of this could be possible without their parents and families. So if you are a family member of any sort to these individuals up here, please stand to be recognized. Don't underestimate that power you had in all of this in the journey. But with that said, I would like to say today is a celebration, but it's also a moment of perspective. In sports, we can continue to focus on what's next: the next practice, the next game, the next goal, the next challenge. And in the midst is part of what made all of you successful. But today I want to encourage you to do something different. I want you to pause. Look around this room, those that were just recognized. Take this moment, because what you have accomplished is extraordinary. There are countless athletes with ability. There are countless athletes with talent. Countless athletes who are capable. But being capable is only part of the equation. What separates those who dream from those who achieve is willingness. So my message today is the difference between capable and willingness. The willingness is to wake up before the sunrise. The willingness is to keep going when no one is watching. The willingness is to fail, learn, and come back stronger. The willingness to do hard things over and over again. The willingness is what brought you here today. Yes, you're talented. Yes, you're capable. But more importantly, you are willing. As a former college athlete, I can tell you this. When you arrive on campus, everyone will be capable. Everyone was an all-conference player. Everyone was the best athlete on their team. Everyone has talent. At that level, talent no longer separates people. Willingness does. Who's willing to put in the extra work? Who's willing to accept coaching? Who's willing to stay positive when things aren't going your way? Who's willing to sacrifice individual recognitions for the good of the team? Who's willing to keep showing up with adversity hits? That's where your career is going to be made. And that's my first piece of advice to you. Never lose your willingness. Stay coachable, stay humble, stay hungry. That moment you have it all figured out is the moment someone else begins to pass you. Second, embrace your adversity. There will be times when you don't get the playing time you expected. You'll battle injuries. You may struggle some in the classroom. You may question whether or not you belong. I went through all those. In those moments, remember this. Adversity is not a sign that you're failing. It's a sign that you're actually growing. The athletes who succeed are not the ones who avoid challenges. They're the ones who are willing to push through them. And third, be where your feet are. Don't spend so much time worrying about tomorrow that you missed today. Enjoy the practices, the road trips, the locker room conversations, and the new friendships that you're about to gain. Those ordinary moments will become the most meaningful memories of your life. Fourth, remember that your sport is something you do, not who you are. Read Madelynn's speech about her advice. One day your athletic career will end, and when it does, no one will care how many points you scored, how many games you won, and what your statistics were. What will matter is the person you become. Were you disciplined? Were you resilient? Were you a great teammate? Were you willing to serve others? Those qualities impact your family, your career, and your community far more than any trophy ever could. And finally, never forget the people who helped you here. As I mentioned, parents, siblings, coaches, teachers, teammates, friends. You may be signing the paper today, but it's an accomplishment that belongs to all of them. It's time to thank them. To our seniors today, this is not the finish line, it's the starting point. The competition will be tougher, the expectations will be higher, the challenges will be greater, but that's okay. Because you have already proven something. You're more than just talent. You have proven that you're willing to work, sacrifice, persevere, and grow. And in athletics and in leadership and in life, willing people will change this world. We are proud of the athletes you become. Even more importantly, we are proud of the young men and women you are. Congratulations on earning an opportunity to compete at the next level, represent your families, your school, and community. And always remember, once a Cardinal, always a Cardinal. Let's give them a round of applause. So at this time, I'm asking you to grab your pen, sign your letter of intent, and families, this is an opportunity to take a group photo. We got Lance here, we got our media here. Thank you for covering our athletes. Congratulations. So at this time, the ceremony and recognition part is over. We're going to invite our athletes and their families over here. We're going to try to get our in-season track and spring sports out to practice. It is not quite 3:30, but we want to respect their opportunity as they have districts tomorrow. And we'll just kind of keep going from there and get everybody through. So, boys, I'm going to need your help. Take that table over to the backdrop and we'll go from there. Thank you for coming, everyone.